capability of creating that positive impact. So thank you very much for inviting me here, and I wish this seminar all the very best. Thank you.
Check. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And yes, social media has definitely brought fans, players, teams together, creating a more personal relationship. I request the dignitaries to please be on stage. Mr. VVS Lakshman and Mr. Siddharth, I request you to please be on stage. Himanshu ji, could we have you on stage to felicitate both of them? I also request our minister.
Which we have to, the reputation management, because we do not have a review system on OYO platform itself. Most of our reviews are being generated. So Facebook is, of course, #1 platform for.
I'm going to touch upon reputation management in a bit, and I want to come to Raj. Raj is the marketing head of Air.
Right. They will look for the promo inventory, which will be available. But
2 minutes, and a lot of them are anonymous. So how do you handle negative reviews? And also when, certain unfortunate accidents could happen, or perhaps someone's airline, someone's luggage is lost. How do you deal with that sort of blowback,
From a social media listening perspective, especially for an airline, because we are 24/7 and our planes are always in the sky. We have like 240 planes across the globe, all over this, this 26. So at any given point of time, almost like 80% of our fleet is in the sky, right? So what it means is, social media listening, social listening is very important. At a group level, we have something called as a social command center, which is based out of Jakarta office. We're a global company, so we have each of these units based on different locations. Customer usually will communicate with an airline through social on 3 different scenarios. One is, of course, a crisis. It could be, any technical, or it could be because there's any environmental, there's an earthquake, or there's a volcano eruption, or there's anything at the destination. They're kind of panic, is there, right? So that is very, very crisis communication. The turnaround time for that is immediate. No matter where you are, what you are, if such things is there, the customer expects any, right? Because he's in a panic mode. If you don't, then, literally making him to go to one platform to another. So how do you, fence the guy from not going from one platform or really passing this message beyond, right? That has to be very, very immediate. The other one is query. Now I have some query which airline can answer or cannot answer. Sometimes, it's about terminal changes. There's T1, T2, T3 in different airports, the bigger airports, right? So he may be asking these questions, which, actually the customer doesn't really expect an answer from you immediately. And he also knows that it's not the airline's responsibility in terms of providing all this information, because most of it is already there, right? It is a consumer as an influencer. But we have a very strong pull. As long as the brand is very strong, the brand should have audacity to say like, no, don't worry about it. We will come fair. We will convert people. You change the mind of people. We will offer them a very thing to make them to convert.
Okay, there's so much more we can talk about. For example, you could also have a food blogger if you're flying to Bangkok,
but also the tourism as well. So within the group, we as a company, we leverage Workplace, which is by Facebook. So our intranet is Workplace. So where we all also have, Explorer Club, we have Foodies Club, we have so many other things. So there's a lot of content which is actually internally sourced and acquired, and then redistributed outside.
Any more questions? At the back. We have room for just 1 or 2 more questions. Wrap up.
Hello, sir. I'm Satya. I'm a travel photographer. This question is to OU, sir. I travel to a lot of places throughout the country, various states, various places. I travel through my bike. I need to stay at the night times. And as a travel photographer, I take pictures and I I want to I want to know how can I work with OU, like a collaboration. Is it a possible, like most of the travel photographers who are at higher end of numbers, like 50K, 30K, getting the rooms for free or all of them, like it's a collaboration, like it is for you and for me, we both get benefited. So I would like to know how that
How
works.
can you do?
So usually what we do is we have multiple events. The recent event was the Oyonauts, where the travel photographers, the bloggers started riding all the way from Kardungla Pass all the way to Kanyakumari, right? So we will run campaigns advertising for bloggers to come and join us, and that's where you can actually start off. If you are an influencer, if you have a lot of traction on your social media pages, then obviously our talent scouts will find you.
Thank you so much.
Any more? Last one at the back. Cream shirt. You, yes. Cream shirt. Yeah. For one more question after this only. Okay, we've got a few more minutes, so we can take a few more questions. Great.
So this is a question for AirAsia. Flying in a flight is still a distant dream for the common people, but it offers a huge market for the company. So what is your strategy for the common people?
That is to Raj.
Yeah.
AirAsia.
Right. So we go with strictly tagline, which is now everyone can fly. Ever since we started, we have always revolutionized air travel. Some of the routes which we fly are the unique ones. As I said, like, Vizag, Kuala Lumpur, Vizag, Bangkok. These are,
like, let's say, putting your app.
Perhaps in the sessions that are to come,